Hey friends, today I wanted to share with you a little bit about activation and why we are so excited about it. To help me do that, just because a picture is worth 1,000 words, I went ahead and created a slideshow. So bear with me while I share my screen and boom, there we go. We're going to do this puppy from the beginning so you can see all the good stuff that I have prepared for you. So here's what's going on. What a lot of people do is they activate, they take supplements and they do things to help their bodies work better. But what we have, and it's completely different, it's absolutely revolutionary, is we are activators. And so when you think about what happens with our body as we get older, and this happens about the age of skeletal maturity, these things called sirtuins, which are some real important things in our body that are tied to longevity and health, start to decline about 1 to 1.5% a year. The same thing happens with our mitochondria, and the same thing happens with our ability to deal with oxidative stress. There's not an arrow showing it, but it goes down every year, and our oxidative stress goes up every year as well. And so the end result is that genetically we get so out of balance. It's crazy. We have some choices. We can fix it or we can live with it. But here's the thing, if we're just living with it, as our health starts to deteriorate, what you need to know is that before you even have a health symptom that something is wrong, you've lost 60% of the health. And so we're healthy right up until the day we're not. And then once your health is gone, nothing else matters, because then you start getting into all those things that lead to none of the things that any of us want to deal with for the rest of our short little lives that are coming up. Now, oxidative stress is one of the things I'll talk about just because it's easy to explain. But the same oxidation that destroys metal is the same oxidation that's going on in your body. You can also see it going on in the apple too. That's just oxidative stress. It happens in our cells. But I want to point out this statistic, and I've got this probably 10 years ago, so the numbers might even be higher now, but there's a 68% probability that an individual over the age of 65 is going to become cognitively impaired or unable to complete at least 2 of the activities of daily living. This includes dressing, bathing, eating, or it also includes going to the bathroom by yourself, which I don't know, I think that's a big one. So oxidative stress does all kinds of bad things for your body. I'm not making any disease claims here, but it does lead to a bunch of nasty stuff. Mitochondrial decay, same thing. All these things that you don't want to happen to you, you're more susceptible to as your mitochondria goes down. And the same thing with our sirtuins. As you age, our sirtuins decline, and the probability of the bad stuff happening just goes up. This is all because our bodies are hijacked, right? We are being hijacked 24/7, physically, emotionally, biochemically. There's toxins in our food, our air, our environment, everywhere. We can't get away from them, plus allergies, EMFs. But when we start biohacking, we take control. We optimize our genetic potential, become the best version of ourselves. And we use the science of nutrigenetics, which is how nutrition affects our genes. We know that our bodies have a natural ability to heal ourselves. So what if we could manipulate those abilities to help our bodies heal faster, do better, last longer? That's what biohacking is all about. It gives us our best shot at living our best life. And so when I talk about activation versus supplementation, supplements, we put something in to replace something that's missing, damaged, or depleted. And a lot of people do that. They spend a lot of money on vitamins, but a lot of times they're just getting expensive urine, quite frankly. Activation is where we trigger our body to make its own. And so if you look at, for instance, again, go back to oxidative stress because it's so easy. That is basically massive free radicals. And if you're willing to eat 400 oranges a day, you can have all of the antioxidant benefit you would get from taking just one protandem activator, or 500 cups of broccoli, 110 cups of blueberries, or you can do it with 87 glasses of red wine as well. But as my friend Cindy Reed likes to say, there is a tipping point there. And at some point, you're doing more harm than you are good. So that's something to point out. Now, here's what's really cool is the reason that this works so good is the synergy. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So if you look at all these different herbs that are in the actual protandem itself, which, oh, by the way, is featured in the Chasing Life book by Sanjay Gupta, it's 1,800 times more effective when you put them all together. That's why we have patents on these things, because the synergy does something different. Well, with activation, when we do the tri-synergizer, we get 1,900% more benefit than we had from just the Protandim on its own. This is absolutely phenomenal, and it is unique in the market. So, and again, I'm going to go back to the free radicals. Our daily free radical production is 3 times 10 to the 23rd power. That is a 3 with 23 zeros after it. And so when you think about it, if you take a vitamin, it's going to have a teeny tiny impact. So I want you to watch right here. Oh, we eliminated a little bit. Big deal. Now, when we are activating instead, when our body's making its own antioxidants, we can eliminate 40% of them. Boom. And then when we are doing the tri-synergizer, which is the activation, stacked on activation, stacked on activation, our synergistic effect is going to take it to almost 80% of those puppies gone. Literally, you can't tell the difference of an 80-year-old and a 20-year-old when they're fully activated. And that does amazing things for our health. So if you look at somebody who's not activated, as they get older, things that are supposed to be high get low, things that are low supposed to get high. And this is what it's supposed to look like. And this is what happens after just 30 days of activation. There's about 30 peer-reviewed studies on this right now. You can look it up on PubMed.gov, including a life extension study. And it's not just extending life, it's extending quality of life. This graphic is beautiful because this shows you, for instance, we talked about oxidative stress. Protandim alone, 40% increase. But when we put it with the tri-synergizer, now it's 78%. That's almost double the impact. What I love the best is this one that's on inflammation. When you just take Protandim, your body's ability to combat inflammation, not inflation, that's different. We can also help you with your ability to combat inflation, but that's the business. Just on the health side, 51% uptick. And we all want that because inflammation is tied to so many bad and painful things. But when we have all 3 of the Protandims, the Protandim family, it goes up to 848%. That's a 1,500% increase from one to the other when we are doing the whole activation. With the NERV1, which is again tied to our mitochondria, our energy, our sleep, ATP, which is how well our heart functions. I mean, all kinds of good stuff. Again, you can see a huge increase when we are doing all 3. And then the NAD gene, and some of you may have heard of a NAC supplement, which makes the precursor to NAD. That's the competitor in our market. And you can see where they're going to do like, oh, they'll up at 2%. Yay. We do 100% in just 24 hours. You can also increase your NAD by going on like a 700 calorie a day diet. Don't do it without medical supervision, and this kind of live a miserable life, because can you imagine 700 calories a day? And then I want to talk too, because liquid collagen is our newest activator. And when you compare what we've got to some of the other ones on the market, and there's massive health benefits to liquid collagen. And I'm going to put some of them here. So hair, nails, tendons, joints, digestive health, bone strength, muscle mass, and aids in weight loss. I think I'm starting to drop a few pounds without trying anything. Good for the circulatory system, good for our liver. But we have 10 types of collagen strains, 10 types of the collagen peptides, which are so critical to your health. And if you're looking at everybody else's, one to who knows how many. I mean, ours is just better. You're not only replenishing collagen, which is what everybody does. We are maintaining the collagen you have, and we are activating your body to make more collagen. And that is huge. So, but it's not just the collagen, it's not just the tri-synergizer. We have all these different ways of activating your body, whether you are activating your body's ability to burn visceral fat, whether you're activating your brain. Who doesn't want their brain to work better? Again, this is the collagen. This is for your pets. So say you have a fur baby who's maybe aging, they age faster than we do, and you care about your dog or your horse, they're going to get the same benefits that humans are going to get, only there's no placebo effect with them. And then this is our hair care system. This is our gut health, way better than anything else that's on the market. Activation is more powerful than supplementation. These pictures don't lie. I also want you to think about the benefits in terms, again, because I'm always about the finances, because money is so important too. What about your insurance? If you have a bronze plan, 60% is covered by insurance and the other 40% is coming out of your pocket. So if you do something proactive for your health, how much money are you going to save on those copays? And I'm not claiming to prevent, cure, treat mitigate any diseases, but when you can extend your health span, good things happen in terms of how much money you're spending on those medical things. Silver plan, you're still paying 30%, the gold plan, 20%. That's the good insurance. That's the rock star insurance. Let's do something for ourselves. Let's do something proactive for ourselves. Let's activate. Let's take advantage of the most exciting, extraordinary therapeutic preventative breakthrough in the history of the study said medicine. The company likes us to say in the history of health. It doesn't matter. If you think about something like penicillin, holy smokes, that's an incredible discovery in the history of health, of medicine, medicine plus health, right? If penicillin is exciting, this is more exciting than that is. This is available to you. It's at your fingertips. So activated wellness, activated nation, true confidence. You guys, take advantage, not just of the liquid collagen, because that is awesome. And I know everybody wants to look better. And we are going to look better. We're going to feel better. There's massive health benefits. So you made a good decision being on this one, but consider activating your whole body to really up the benefits. So that's all I have for you today. I hope I didn't talk too fast. I hope it made sense. If not, just watch the video again, slow it down, get with the person who invited you to this, and get all your questions answered.